Hey, it's Rich.
It's Trevor. Hi.
We're doing a haircut.
Okay.
Look at this mess.
Hey, if you guys want to check out Rich's angle, go to Hey Rich Ray. If you want to see my angle, go to Oh Trev.
That's right. We're doing it in stereo.
Alright.
So Trevor's cut my hair. We thought we'd take this moment to say hi to everybody and see if you have any questions about the disappointments.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Show your souls.
I got socks on. There you go.
You guys ask for too much.
I know. They want feet. They want crack. Owen. Hey, Owen. What's going on? Owen wanted me to say hi to Owen. So
Hey,
hi,
Owen.
Trevor says hi, Owen, too. Oh, I shouldn't turn my head. I want to look at Trevor's feed, but I can't. Here's a question. Trevor, if you were to get in your car right now, what song would be playing?
Someone asked that?
Yeah. That's a good question.
That's a great question. Normally I'd be listening to 105.1 country, but lately I've been listening to NPR, so...
No song.
No song, just the news.
Okay.
I'm kind of a news nerd.
That's cool.
Yeah. WKPC, NPR.
We got some greetings from Mykonos. Somebody's asking, when is season 2? Well, that's up to you, actually. Glad you asked. We're doing a fundraiser right now on Indiegogo. The link is in my bio, right here on my page. Those of you on Trevor's feed, you can just go to my page and find the link. So if you want to see season 2, when is season 2? Season 2 is when we are able to raise the money to make it. So please, you want to see it?
This is probably like the 8th time I've cut Rich's hair.
Yeah, at least.
At least. I'm his barber now.
I owe Trevor a massage every time he cuts my hair, and he's never claimed it. So he's got like 24 hours of massage coming up straight. How's the fundraiser going? The fundraiser's going really well, thank you. But we still have 31 days to go. We're not at our the level we need to be. So if you haven't, please again check it out. It's on my bio. Help us make a season 2. If you want to see the two of us doing more stuff as Ray and Dwight, that's the way to do it. You want to see what happens next. Episode 11 ended kind of rough emotionally. You want to see what's next? Help us make that show.
Yes. Maybe I should bring this one closer.
Bring that one
Because
closer.
then you can answer both.
Somebody's asking why Trevor doesn't have his shirt off. Let me explain why I do have my shirt off. Because I'm getting my hair cut, and I don't want hair all over my shirt. Trevor has his shirt on because
There we go.
he's not getting his hair cut.
There we go.
There we go.
Now you can see questions and stuff.
Okay.
For those of you just tuning in, I'm cutting Rich's hair and we're taking questions about the show.
Who are your heroes? Kelly Twin Mom. Kelly Twin Mom, do you have twins? I'm going to guess you do because your name is Kelly Twin Mom. Favorite heroes? Jesus, number 1. Actually,
Rich is my hero.
Aw, he's my hero as he's cutting my hair. Heroes. You know what? I would answer that right now. This is a weird answer, but my hero currently is a spiritual teacher named Eckhart Tolle. I think he's amazing. I don't have heroes in normal life, so that's an answer to that.
Normal life. What is normal?
Hey from the UK, love the show. Thank you. I'm glad you love the show.
Thank you.
We love to hear that stuff. If you leave comments on the episodes on YouTube, I respond to all of them. I try to get the whole cast and crew to check them out.
He just doesn't respond to my messages.
Trevor who? I should have my glasses on so I can read the names, but I do see the question. Somebody else said they love the show. Thank you very much. We love that you love the show.
Shouldn't you both be naked? Come on, you guys. Come on.
You know what?
Come on.
It's not that kind of live feed. First of all, we're naked.
Have you looked at my page?
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have. China. Hey from China. Thank you. Thank you for loving the show. Trevor's You're gonna have to read your questions because
I know, I'm not
your
paying
font
attention.
is smaller than mine.
Oh god. Well, there are none. No one cares about me.
Here we go. I can see it now. Is this gonna mess up the haircut if I'm wearing my glasses?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Let me read some of Trevor's questions for him since he's busy doing all this. I'll come back to you. What's my Twitter account? I don't have a Twitter account.
Me either.
Somebody has my name on Twitter, so if you're following me on Twitter, you think you are, you're not. So that's a little insight there. Ed4220, hello. Hello. Hi from Norway. We love Norway. It's chilly there.
Have you been?
I've never been, but it's
neither.
really high on my list of places to go.
But how do you love it?
It's because it looks gorgeous, and I think in another life I was actually a Viking.
Oh, really?
I just have an affinity for the dark, cold landscapes, the barren.
Isn't it Baltic
landscapes.
Sea, right?
It's near the North Sea, isn't it? Baltic. I'm real bad with maps. Hi from Australia. Thanks, Milo. Hi to you, Ben. Hello from Italy. How do you say that in Italian, Trevor? You're Italian. Hello from Italy. Say hello.
My blood is Italian and my dick is Italian. But...
Arrivederci. That's goodbye. Glasses make me look amazing. Thank you. You know, but I look really smart with these on, but I'll never get dates. You know?
You have a boyfriend.
Right, well, I do have a boyfriend. I get dates with him. I get dates with Max. Hi from Iran. Hi from Spain. Love from Amsterdam. Look at you guys from all over the world. Brazil.
Oh, nice.
We love it. Are you all watching the show? Have you been on YouTube? Are you watching The Disappointments? Link is in my bio. If you haven't seen it, it is, I'm going to let the comments say what the show is. People say it's amazing. People say they've been moved, they laugh, they cry. Somebody recently sent me a comment, said that when he got to the end of the episode 11, he gasped, which I love. He gasped and he started crying.
How short do you want to talk?
I want it like yours.
Okay.
This way you don't have to see me again for a while. Costa Rica, hello. Any questions? Love saying hello to you guys. You can't wait to watch the show tonight. Duncan, Funked Duncan. Or is it Ed Duncan? Sorry, it went by so quick. You loved the last episode, Rob. Thank you. And you can't wait for more. We want to bring you more.
Yes.
The only thing... Oh, here we go. Norway's going by too fast. Somebody was giving us... Let me go back here. He's giving us Phil, Montana. Thank you, Phil. We were born the same year. I love it.
Sea on the north.
Norwegian Sea on the north,
Oh, yeah.
North Sea at the south, and Sweden is to the east.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for that. The more you know. What were we talking about? Oh, you want to see season 2. Just to be clear, if people haven't been paying attention, season 1 was funded on Indiegogo by people just like you. We're not like a studio.
We're not rich.
The only way, well, I'm rich, but I'm not rich. The only way to make the show was to have people contribute, and we amassed the amount of money we needed to make the budget happen. So, hair everywhere. Hair. So, if you want to see season 2, you've got to go to our fundraiser. You've got to help us. And that way you're a part of the show as much as we are. And this has been like a world community thing making the first episode because we had contributions from everywhere around the world. And the show has really found an audience, and we are hoping that you guys, the audience of the show, you want to see a season 2, you'll help us make it. That would be so awesome. Arrow 0020, they're in lockdown in Australia and they need a haircut.
I'll be
I'm
right
sorry,
there.
Amsterdam. He needs a haircut too. I said Australia. Guess I gotta get a new prescription of these glasses. Let's see, Trevor. I'm trying to read yours. Any questions? Let's get some questions on Trevor's side here. Lots of people saying hi or having joined. Don't cut yet. Let me lean forward for 1 second. The scroll stopped. Okay. Thank you.
Will it keep going?
I don't know why it stopped going.
Maybe there's like a button. So here's a question.
Oh, Freeman.
How does Trevor pronounce his last name? LaPaglia. The G silent.
LaPaglia. He hit me.
Apalia.
Freeman 20203 said that he saw the last episode before going to sleep and slept terribly that night.
Have you got
Sorry.
pets? I have 2 Boston Terriers. Here with the boys.
Is it weird seeing so many people from around the world sending you love? Actually, it's really amazing. It's really sweet. It's one of the beautiful things about social media.
But how do I cash in on it?
Well, I personally don't want to cash in on it necessarily. However, if it does lead to us being able to make a season 2, I suppose that's cashing in.
True.
My feed stopped moving. I'm getting all these questions, but the feed stopped. It's really annoying. Let me see if I can make it go again. Maybe it's moving now. Did that just pop up? There it goes. Hello from Colombia. Hey, Rivera. What was the hardest scene, Trevor, for us to get through? Or even it's just the cast. Someone was asking, saying it was a lot of historical stuff. Actually, Trevor wasn't here this day, but one of the funniest things that happened when we were shooting is when James is in Gary's apartment and the lens from his glass falls into the litter box. That was a real litter box. Fake cat poo, but real litter box. And the lens fell out, and James had those tongs and he was trying to pick it up, but because there was no lens, he couldn't see. So I just let the camera keep running and running, and he spent like 2 minutes going, I can't find it. That needs to be the bloopers. That was really fun.
Do we have bloopers?
We have them, we just haven't put them together.
We should do that.
Maybe we'll
We
hit
need
up.
money for that though, right?
We do need money, everything costs money, but we would love to do bloopers. Getty Watanabe, is he as wonderful as he seems? Getty is a freaking love. He's the kindest man. He's sweet, he's funny, he's self-effacing, self-defecating. And Trevor can tell you, his scene, one of my favorite scenes in the show is his scene with Getty when they're both getting high by the jacuzzi from the pot brownies. I loved directing that scene. I loved watching these 2 guys work together.
Yeah.
And it was their only scene together.
I can't wait to do more with them.
We will see what the writer does.
Can I tell you what my favorite part in the show is? Or at least with Getty, towards the end, is when he's smoking that cigarette. Kenny, you're smoking? He's like, no. It's so funny. I don't know.
That was one of those things where he did exactly what I was hoping he would do. Like, it was so perfect. His timing was so perfect.
Yeah. I mean, he's a natural.
He is. It's like, I've never seen that side of Getty where he can be dry, like dry humor.
Yeah.
And he's got it. So I'll be doing a little bit more of that for him in season 2 in my writing. Let's see, Trevor. A lot of people joining. Trevor's people, ask questions.
Scroll. Trevor cut my hair. Miss y'all. Courtney joined. Courtney's our assistant director, who's incredible.
Courtney is so much a reason why the show got made, because she was so great on set. She kept us moving. Mm-hmm. Like, we didn't have a lot of money. We had to shoot so much every day, and she just kept us on schedule. Courtney, you rock. I hope you can come back for season 2. We will not make season 2 without you. Dang it. Looking for questions. Oi, gato.
Oh, we actually moved this way. Do a cross-eyed face. What do you ask?
Do a cross-eyed face. I gave him cross angle. Oh man, I wish I was in Patagonia right now.
Which is your favorite, which you found most challenging between writing, directing, and acting?
As challenging as acting was, writing is harder. Because you're in the room by yourself, and you just got to think of everything. You got to make it all up, and it's got to make sense. And it can be lonely work. The writing was hard. Alan Loker, my hero. The writing was hard, but the acting was hard too. But it was always with people. It's like you're on the set, so there's a lot of camaraderie, just with the crew. But then your acting partner. Trevor's an amazing acting partner, and James and Getty were great acting partners too. So No, Trevor's not going to shave me. He's not going to shave my body. Hello, Puerto Rico. What other questions you got? Any questions? We're here to answer your questions. If you've got no questions, then I'll just ask you, if you're watching this right now, we got over 100 people watching on my channel, and I can't see the number on Trevor's.
I've got 4 people on mine.
You got more than that. But if you all go to the bio in my page right now and just, skip a Starbucks coffee. Don't have coffee today.
We're trying to raise money for season 2 for those of you just checking in.
Yeah, exactly. Season 2 of The Disappointments. If you love the show, if you want to see a season 2, it happens one way, and that's all of us doing the work.
We need money so bad, I'm cutting Rich's hair.
Well, Rich needs...
I'm
Can you call me Richard?
Rich.
I
said Rich's hair.
Richard's hair.
Rich's.
I heard Richard.
Well, you're old. I said Rich's.
I'm actually... I am about a month and a half away I'm a month and a half away from turning 60, and I am going to embrace that. I am 60 years old, so yeah, if that's old, I'm old.
I said Rich's.
It was the buzzing in my ear. I couldn't tell.
No, you're getting buzzing in your ear?
I hear a ringing in my ear. Yes, so anyway, thank you, Aiden. That's right, I'm not old. Is the disappointments... Oh, that went by fast. Hold on one second. Let me move forward. Is the disappointments based upon real events in the lives of your friends? There is a lot of reality in the story. Some of the situations that go on. We took some of them and then we just built them up. We made them funnier, or we just played with them. But
a lot of things happen to you, right?
Yeah.
Which things?
Well, that's the thing is that as a writer, you tend to draw from your own life, and that's what I did.
Like peeing in the sink.
Peeing in the sink. That happened to me. I have an ex who would pee in the sink, and he was also upset that he wasn't able to come into the bathroom when I was pooping. Because he wanted to talk to me. I was like, no, I'm from Connecticut. We do not do that.
I'm totally like that. The boys will not let me in the bathroom anytime they're in there.
Trevor will just march in. So see, Trevor has some qualities, I think, some similarities with Dwight. I think you're aged better when you're older. Oh, thank you. I can't wait to be 70 if that's the case.
Yeah. That's right.
So, what about Trevor's side? You guys are watching Trevor's feed. He's cutting my hair. We're talking about the disappointments. I know many of you haven't seen the show. I suggest you check it out on YouTube. It's funny.
Very funny.
Thank you. Getting some compliments here. Thank you very much. What about a question? We've gotten some good questions. Let's see. Oh, there's a good question. Hi from St. Pete. Love you all.
Yeah, St. Pete, Florida? Or
shoot, hold on. No, it was Florida. I didn't get the question. The very end of the question. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. This is Daniel McCarthy. He's suggesting that I remind everybody that if you donate, you can donate cash. That's fine. But we also, our Indiegogo campaign has this thing where you can donate, but you get a perk in return. It's like a reward. Things like you donate at a certain level, you get a T-shirt. You donate at another level, and you actually get an associate producer credit on the show. So when you're watching the show in season 2 and the credits are rolling, you get your friends to pay attention. They'll see your name as one of the associate producers. That's pretty cool. And even above that, there's a co-producer credit. There's an executive producer credit. We'll do Skype calls with people or Zoom calls. We'll do cameos where we record a message for you or your friend or whoever.
Oh, here's a big one. Is a show about mature protagonists, not unlike the reboot and just like that. What are the pressures you feel against younger actors or shows about younger protagonists?
I gotta read that.
Yeah.
Hold on one second here. What are the pressures we feel against younger actors or shows about? I don't feel any pressures, and you know, I enjoy all kinds of shows. There are many different things that I like. I'm just telling a story that is personal to me. I don't compare myself to anything else. I don't compare our show to anything else, particularly when it's the time to be creating.
That makes sense.
And everything I thought of for season 2 came 100% out of the characters and the characters' lives and what the characters want. I never thought about another show in the process of doing that. So I hope that answers something, answers part of that question for you. Hello from Japan. All right. What is my actual weight? How dare you?
Wow.
I'm 225. I'm 6'1", 225.
We're not talking about mine.
Say what?
I was sick last week and I lost some weight. Which
Yeah.
for most people that's like a good thing, but I've been like bulking for years and just lost it all.
He says that, and you should see my angle of what I see of his arms. I should have arms like that.
You do have arms.
Oh, it's going by fast. What recommendations would you give to someone who wants to break into screenwriting? Oh, that's a good question. First of all, get yourself some screenwriting books. Look at courses online, or if you can, go to school and study. But learn what a screenplay is. You have to learn about plot. You have to learn about pacing. The structure is super important. And then just start writing scripts. And one way to break in is to enter your scripts into screenwriting competitions. I myself entered a script into something called the Nichols Fellowship competition, which is put on by the Motion Picture Academy, and I made it into the top 8 out of like 3,000 or 4,000 entries.
Oh yeah, tell about your experience with your teacher and how you had to kind of create your own curriculum.
Oh yeah, okay. I have hair in my throat, and not from anything fun. So when I was in college, just starting out, I was taking business courses. I was bored out of my mind, and so I took a creative writing course. And all the kids in the school in the class were writing poetry, 18-year-olds writing poetry, which I'll just say I wasn't that interested in doing that. And so I went to the teacher and I told her this, and she said, well, what do you want to write? And I said, I love movies. I would love to write a movie script. And she didn't know how to do that. And of course, I'm a student, I'm a kid, I don't know how to do that. So her idea, which was amazing, and this is Fran Weber Shaw was her name. And she said, let's start going to libraries on weekends. And we went together, we found books, we sat down, she read them, I read them. And she led me through this process of both of us learning, but she was the teacher and she guided me and gave me notes, and I wrote my first screenplay. And that screenplay, I wrote it with an actor in mind. At the time, I wasn't aware that I was gay, but I was actually in love with this one actor. And I sent the script to him. And then I continued going to school. This time I shifted from the local college to the main branch of UConn, University of Connecticut. And I started taking a screenwriting class there, my first one. And my script was read first, and all the students were like, wow, this is really great, man, this is amazing. And the teacher stopped everybody from giving all these compliments and said, you guys don't get so caught up in this. The script has all of these problems. And he proceeded to say all these harsh things about the script, which may have been valid, but I went home that night, I was really depressed, and the phone rang, and it was actually the actor. I sent the script to his agency, and he got it, he read it. His name was Paul Michael Glazer, he's in a show called Starsky and Hutch, and he was calling to ask me if I wanted to come out to LA to rewrite it with him. So I went into my professor's office the next day, and there's a line of students, everybody was waiting to see him, and I walked up when it was my turn, and I said, hey, just want to let you know I'm dropping out of school. And he goes, no, you got to learn to take notes, don't quit now, you get notes, you take a hit, and then you just get better. And I said, no, that's not why I'm dropping out of school. I'm dropping out of school because my script just got optioned by an actor in Hollywood, and I'm moving out there to rewrite it. And his mouth just kind of fell, his jaw hit his desk. And that's how I started. So the point of that is, go to school if you can. If you can't, go to read books, look online, educate yourself, and just start writing. And watch movies you love. If you can get the scripts of movies you love, look online for them. It's so great to have the script and watch the movie and see how the script, how it all comes together. Okay, that was a long one.
Somebody said they loved the story.
Oh, thank you. It was a long one, huh? Gosh, something just went by about this. I think somebody was asking about the scripts for season 2. Season 2 is all plotted out. Some of the scripts are done. It's almost, I'll be done soon. We'd like to hit the ground running when we get the funds for season 2. So somebody's asking again how old I am.
People asking what our passions were growing up.
What was your passion, Trevor? I've spoken a lot.
My passion was theater. I grew up doing so much theater. I did a lot of theater from 10 years old to 20. I did a lot of musical theater at the Palace Historical Theater. I can't talk and cut hair at the same time. Not that I'm even cutting hair. Yeah, my first musical was Into the Woods, and then I did Music Man, and then Jesus Christ Superstar, and The Wiz, and Singing in the Rain, and
that's cool.
Pirates of Penzance. Did Music Man twice. I was a Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. I was in the pit band for The King and I did Spotlight for one show once. I just did it all. And then I was a pre-med student. I kind of put my passion aside for like real life stuff. And realized, you know what, this is what I want to do. And I had an opportunity to move to LA, and I did. And I haven't looked back. I've been out here for 12 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very talented man. He called upon to sing in season 2. You mentioned, I don't even know if you knew that we were going to do a scene in a karaoke bar. But you mentioned wanting to sing in a karaoke bar.
I can't sing like I used to, so it's going to be really funny. It's going to be like...
I'm going to sing also, and I can't sing.
It's going to be like, what's your name and something about Mary?
Cameron Diaz?
Cameron Diaz singing that. It's going to be like that.
Well, isn't that the point of karaoke?
Yeah, to suck. I think you're done.
I'm done?
Yeah, feel
okay.
it. You want to put some product in it?
What about this little thing?
Do you want to just...
I think it should be a little...
Okay, we can do that.
Looking at yours,
we can do that.
We can do
that.
Okay. Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. People ask this question all the time. Trevor is a really good friend of mine. We met when...
What was the question?
I'm going to get to the answer, but you know what the question is. Trevor's a really good friend of mine. We met because of the show, and we just really bonded. We have really good chemistry, but we both have our own romantic relationships.
We do. I'm in a relationship. Rich is in a relationship.
Yeah. But...
Hi, baby. Hi. You're asking if I had any pets.
There's a pet over there.
Sequel, come here. Sequel, come here. Come here.
We're going to try to get the dog.
Come here.
Get the dog in view.
Come here.
Let's see. What else we got here?
He's afraid.
People just keep asking how old I am. 60. I'm not 60 yet, but I'm almost 60, so...
I'm 32.
Scott. Oh, hey. He's asking if we should add another perk at the $500 level. You're not wrong.
What are you willing to do?
I mean, you could add a couple of perks together to reach $500, but you're right. I'll take a look. I'll take a look for the $500 perk. I think we might have one, but sounds like it's not the one you want. Let me know. Send me a message. Yes, send me a message and let me know what you would like in the perk. Without, keep it
rated G.
Keep it real.
Maybe PG.
This one, someone's asking what's my favorite genre, but Trevor, you take that. What's your favorite genre?
Of movie? I like dark comedy, kind of like this show. Mm-hmm. I like horror films too. The boys really got me into horror films, so we pretty much watched a horror movie every other night. Yeah.
That's funny.
Is it funny?
I like it.
It's shorter.
Are we done?
I think so.
I'm not asking you. Are we done? Scott can't be on set. Is it Scott?
Scott?
Is your name Scott? Scott? I'm calling you Scott. We met so long ago. Yeah, okay, I'll try to think of something else for 500, but you're right. Hi from Trinidad. What's your favorite color, Trevor?
My favorite color is this color.
Ooh, that's sort of
It's like teal.
Teal or almost...
Or this color.
Peacock. You like Windex. He likes the color of Windex. I'm not even going to answer that question.
Windex.
Where is our dream location to shoot? I don't have any thoughts of taking the show out of, Los Angeles. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff like that. That's just my dream location to go to. But like right now, my dream location to shoot is we're gonna have a TV show. I don't want to give away too much about season 2, but we need to shoot in a television studio. So that's
sort of a controlled environment. That would be a dream.
Well, and it's literally
and...
the characters are on the set of a talk show, so we need to have that kind of a of a thing.
Most of the locations we shot at were like favorites from friends using their homes.
Right.
But with that we have like the construction going on next door with jackhammers and it totally gets in the way of our schedule because we have to pause every time there's bad sound or
There's a great question. Did either of us have anything to do? Did we influence in any way the songs from the soundtrack? No, the songs from the soundtrack.
That was mostly you.
But the songs were from people that I met on Instagram, and for most of them, I've met Milo Roy, and I've met Bright Light, Rod. But I met them after we first started communicating on Instagram, and let's do this. And here, we just we really struck a great conversation up, and they all wanted to be a part of the show, which was great. If I had any influence on any of the songs, it was Rod from Bright Light wrote the song that Getty sings in episode 11.
Oh yeah.
The fake bad Broadway song, and Rod wrote it, but I told him exactly he wrote the lyrics, but I told him what the lyrics kind of should be, like within a whole bunch of different ideas of it, and what the show itself, the Broadway show, was about. So in that regard, I did influence it, and we're going to see actually some more of that in season 2 as well.
Yeah, so much earlier.
Will there be a director's cut of season 1? You know what? I would love that actually.
Yeah, there's a couple scenes you cut.
There's a couple scenes that I cut, and I want to put them back in. So maybe at some point, if the show shows up in another form, I would put those scenes back in.
There was the one in the kitchen where I'm peeing.
Yeah. There's that. It's actually, most of the stuff I cut was actually between Trevor and I.
Yeah.
If you could bring the show to any streaming service, which would you pick? Probably Netflix. Probably Netflix.
Do we want to see how they hair in the toilet?
Do they? What else is in the toilet?
I mean, kidding.
Trevor, have you been in any other shows or?
I'm actually gonna be filming this Monday on a. Am I allowed to talk about it?
Just don't be specific.
Yeah, it's an Australian show that's gonna premiere on Netflix. Just a day job as a marketing guy.
But it's cool.
Yeah, it's
Trevor's in a Discovery commercial.
The casting director called me the other day and asked me if I could film Monday. I'm like, hell yeah.
That's kind of great to have those kind of connections.
Yeah. I have a commercial that airs in the U.S. nationally, which is really cool. I was in a movie called Electric Children with Julia Garner and Billy Zane and Rory Culkin about 10 years ago. I originally got a job as a key PA, then they offered me an acting job on it, which was really cool.
Because he killed the person who originally was supposed to play the role. He killed him.
I not only got to work with all the actors and the crew members for 4 weeks, went to Utah and Vegas, but then I got to act in front of the camera, which was awesome. Yeah.
No, I've somebody's asking about me and acting. No, I have not gotten any roles out of this. I don't really care to. If somebody were to say they have a part for me, I would look at it for sure. I'd be crazy not to. But I don't. This was the first time I've ever acted, and it was. I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was in. I got the character because I wrote the character, so it was easy. Yeah, thank you. Asking people to chill on the comments. I know some of them I'm just ignoring them. There's people asking for stupid things.
Yeah.
Not stupid, but disrespectful in a way. I get it.
Cool.
But no, we're not going to do those things on YouTube Live. Let's take a few more and then wrap it up.
Are you both SEG members? This is from Nolan Scott. I am a SEG member.
I am not a SAG member.
It's not a SEG member.
I am sagging because I'm 60, but I'm not a SAG member. Have I written the script for any other movies? Yeah, I've written a couple TV movies that have gotten made. I've written a couple movies that came super close to getting made, but they haven't. But I got paid. I've written on a couple of TV shows that are animated. There's one on Netflix you can check out called Spirit Writing Free, and I'm currently developing another one on Netflix. I'm hoping that they're going to give us the green light actually in the next couple of weeks. Excited for that.
I would love to come to the UK, especially for a tour show like that.
Don't.
No, I'm kidding.
We're keeping it
How
clean.
important is it to portray gay stereotypes in the show?
How important is it to play?
I think it's important to shed a real, authentic life on the stereotype, because people just assume the stereotypes are like, they don't understand what they're rooted from,
Right.
you know? And I think it's important to show people that like it comes from real places and not to judge people based on stereotypes. Like for me, we have muscle, but little do you realize I was too terrified to type in gay in the computer growing up, so I put bodybuilders and muscle men, which is my only exposure to the gay world for 10 years. And it probably saved my life had I not had anything like that keeping me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was so terrified.
When did you start working out?
High school.
Okay.
High school, senior year. Yeah, but I was just too afraid to put gay in the computer so my parents wouldn't see it.
Right.
So I was exposed to muscle men and bodybuilders, and that was my environment, and we're all products of our environment, and this is the product from that environment. So let it go.
Yeah, I mean, as far as stereotypes in the show, I will not portray stereotypes in the show. I will portray rounded, full characters. And if they have any sort of so-called stereotypical mannerisms or things about them, you'll see where it comes from. As Trevor was saying, like, what's the story behind it?
And that's my own personal thing.
Yeah.
But each character has their own, you know, like...
Well, I mean, I think it's stereotypes. If you're just going to have a stereotype, they're boring.
Yeah.
And I don't think stereotypes only exist in fiction. Stereotypes do not exist in real life, because you can look at somebody and very superficially say they're stereotypical, but you're not knowing that person, because that person has so much more going than that, whatever that little piece is that you're calling stereotypical. So,
can Rich speak on his environment growing up? What is the show about? Go watch it.
Yes, please go watch the show. Bob, come on. Why haven't you watched the show yet? Go on YouTube. The show, so speaking about my environment growing up, I almost want to talk about the show instead because it's sort of tied together.
Well, maybe if
the show is about a group of guys.
You know, watch the show.
What's that?
Like, you know, people can connect to the actors in real life.
Right.
I'd be more intrigued to watch the work.
Okay. So this is for both of you then. This is for Bob and for the person who asked the question. I grew up in Connecticut. I'm the product of a Irish Catholic family. I moved away from Catholicism pretty early. Like by the time I was 16, I was sneaking off. My mom would think I was going to church. I had my driver's license, and I would get in the car and drive to this really beautiful woodsy area and just hang out for an hour. And that became kind of my spiritual experience, and I still do that to this day. I find the most peace and the most connection. Yeah, to the outdoors, to the wilderness. And as far as like, you know, my coming out story, I came out kind of late compared to nowadays. I was 26. I had been living in New York during 1982 to 86, somewhere in that rough area. So I was paranoid to come out because there were so many people, you know, they were dying. So I played it straight. I had sex with women. And then I came out to LA, and, you know, LA just made me gay. LA just gave me. It's like you go over the border and right away they give you the rainbow flag. They give you glitter to have pop out your butt.
I missed that.
It was before your time.
Okay. You must have been closed that day.
They were out of glitter. So anyway, Bob, the show is about a group of guys in their 50s who take sort of stock of their lives, and they realize it's not they didn't get what they wanted. They're not at a place in their life where they hoped they would be when they were in their 20s. And, you know, they don't have the bank accounts. They don't have retirement accounts. Some of them don't own their homes, and their careers are in the tank, and they're freaking out. And it's a dark comedy about how they try to set things, get it back in motion and set things right. But it's called The Disappointments. So the characters are disappointments, and what they experience are disappointments, but funny.
Yeah.
What we got? Sitches. Kisses back, babies, and sitches. Any other amazing questions? While we're waiting for the amazing question to pop up, again, we want to do season 2 of The Disappointments. We can only do it literally. There's no funding. We can't do the show at all unless people contribute to our Indiegogo fundraiser.
Yeah.
And
it's like public radio.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't bring you what you want unless you help us.
And we're not. This is not a money-making venture for us. We don't make a ton of money. We literally take every penny that comes in on the fundraiser and we put it into making the show, and then we put the show out for you to see. So in that regard, it's the show. We're all making the show. You out there who contribute, you're making the show. Trevor and I and the rest of the cast and the crew are making the show. So it's at this point, it's
season finale was so anticlimactic. Waiting for season 2.
Anticlimactic, was it? We just left.
Everyone I talked to was shocked.
Yeah, we left a big question mark. Like, you know, what's coming next?
Why did Dwight leave Ray? How did it happen?
Or did Ray leave Dwight?
Get him back. Did Ray fuck up? Yeah.
Hold on. I saw a question from Rob. Where'd it go? Rob Hill. Where'd he go? Damn it.
How do you guys actually cope with the disappointments?
Rob, come on. That's a hard one. I drink excessively. And I cry.
Do you think disappointments are bigger in this era of social media and Insta posers?
Do we think disappointments are... Can you rephrase that question and repeat it? It's an interesting
Curious
question,
Panda, do you think disappointments are bigger? Rephrase the question. It's interesting.
Yeah, I would... If you can do that...
I'm not quite understanding what you're asking, though.
Right.
Curious Panda.
Are the characters based on real? The characters are loosely based a little bit on some real stuff. My character's loosely based on me. James's character is loosely based on him. Getty's character is not based on him at all. It was actually written for someone else who was not able to be a part of the show once we went into production. So Getty took over the role and did a brilliant job with it. And
Getty's awesome.
Trevor's character is loosely based on a couple of my exes, and but also full on imagination. Like it's not 100%.
No, I kind of took some of the things I knew about his ex and did my own take on it.
Yeah, and also even in the writing, like I made. Oh, I can't say this. I changed the character. That's all I'll say about it.
Rich, are you single?
No. I'm happily in a relationship with a man named Max, who is a handsome veterinarian with a crazy golden retriever, and we have a great life. Is that question coming back from, what was it, Curious Panda?
Curious Panda. Curious Panda, we'd love to hear what you were wondering, asking if disappointments was current in today's... Yeah. Do you think... I do think social media has distorted reality and people's expectations, so perhaps that has increased disappointment.
Oh, that's interesting.
Totally. People have expectations because they like to compare their lives to other people's on social media, and social media isn't real life.
Well, and I think too, people to that point, people present themselves in a certain way. They're not going to show themselves as being, losers or things going wrong. They're going to show you the highlights.
Maybe I'll start showing bad stuff on my wall. Curious Panda just reposted, because we have more chance to benchmark our lives with others, success, wealth, partners.
Yeah, so it is that question.
Yeah.
It can be. It depends on what your attitude is.
Also depends what you value.
Right. So if you're materialistic and you don't have enough stuff, or in your mind you don't, and you see somebody posting a picture of their amazing new Porsche, that can sort of disappoint you. It can bring you down. It can make you reflect on yourself in a negative way. I think that, looking at people's bodies, like, real bodybuilders, like people can just like get into that and think, I've got to be that, and they compare themselves and they're not that. So they knock themselves down for
Yeah.
it.
No, we're not a couple in real life. You just missed me cutting Rich's hair. And we may have shot a little promo video that you'll see.
Yes,
soon.
we did that today. We shot a promo video and then he cut my hair.
Mm-hmm.
So my hair is a mess. You can see the before hair in the promo video.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor does.
Who has bigger biceps?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think these are all great questions. I'm ready to take a nap.
Yeah,
We
let's
got 5
see.
hours
Like
sleep
there's
last night.
1 or 2 more great questions. We'll be on for another 60 seconds. See what comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the disappointments, aka life. Exactly. I will say while we're waiting to again.
What if the fuck? Can you both cross your eyes? Why?
I can't do that.
I'm sorry. It's weird.
People have things.
He asked me like 4 times already, and I've done it.
Oh, I thought that. Okay.
Steven. Sorry, I just.
So what I was going to say is that we're on here for fun, and Trevor was just cutting my hair, but we wanted to talk about the show and take your questions. And we know that we hear again and again that you want to see a season 2. People keep saying, "Oh, I can't wait for season 2." I have to say it again. There can be no season 2. We are not a studio. We're not a bank. We don't have. The crew, the cast, we don't have the funds to make the show. We're writing it, we're going to shoot it and all that stuff, but it takes social media and crowdsource funding to make the show. That's what happened with the first season. That's how it got made, by people going to our fundraiser and contributing tiny amounts. Some people gave a lot. It doesn't matter. Both were equally valued.
I have a question here.
So please check out the link in my bio.
From Raw Dog Honor. Trev, what was your preparation process for the buffet scene? I guess I do that in real life. No, I don't. I made sure I was really hungry, and I was. Actually, no, I spit out most of the food. We did probably like 5 or 6 takes, and I just stuffed my mouth like a chipmunk. And then at the end of every take, I just spit it out.
We had a very lowly PA who was standing just off camera, and when Trevor was done, she had her hands like this, and he spit it into her mouth, and then she just went off camera with the food. Ready for his next take.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Alright, guys. I am so tired.
Trevor needs a nap.
Mm.
And I have to go and do some stuff.
Yep.
So, thank you. This was fun. Thank you for your questions and for tuning in. This was very impromptu. We had no plans of doing this.
Here's actually a really good last question.
Okay.
David just asked, this might be an obvious question, but are there any gay networks like Bravo which might help with the funding or pick up the series aside from Netflix?
We have, it's interesting. We did have a chat with Here TV, and their business models tend to be give us the show, make the show, give us the show, and we'll show the show, and we'll give you a licensing fee. And the licensing fee is not very much. So it takes it takes somehow the show catching the attention and the imagination of one of these networks, and for them to say, yeah, we want to do this, we want to make it. I think, here's the other thing I think about season 2 is that the writing, the story is just going to be somewhat bigger in scope, still the same show, still the same characters, and I think that's going to help us with regards to getting it out there more, getting more traction. Mm-hmm. But again, we have to be able to make season 2, and that's as much a responsibility ultimately of the viewers as it is us. So if you love the show, again, and I'll stop the sales pitch, and I will say that everyone who's left a comment on our YouTube page, the comments are so welcome and they're so beautiful.
Yeah.
The fact that the show
really
has literally I heard from a guy who his partner had died, and watching our show helped him move a little bit further in his process of grief to get over what he's been going through. So hearing things like that, knowing that we have between the writing, the making of the show, the acting,
that's really
that we can touch you that way. It's really awesome. So thank you. Keep giving comments. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel, which is a huge help. Also, it helps us in the logarithm and the analytics of YouTube to rise up, and we become Our show will be the show when people say, "Hey, if you like this, watch this." It's on their suggested list. So all of these things help.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This man needs to go take a nap.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks for all the support.
Yeah.
We can't thank you enough.
Yeah, we wish you all the best. Thank you for this popping up and saying hi, and it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Next haircut.
Thanks for all the love from around the world, you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye. Bye, Super Sour. Thank you. Best show ever, he says. Thanks.
We press
I think we pressed that.
exit.
No. Oh, God, we're on for 50 minutes.
Exit.
Where'd you see exit? This is fun.
Thanks. Yeah.
I've never turned a live off before. So now we're going dead.
Okay.